you can make it personal. It's personal. It starts with me. If all you want is success, and that's all you see, you will not have it. The end game, the aim, the target is about consistently following a guideline. And so if all you want is the success, if all you want is a trophy, but you don't want a story, a process, if you don't want to be made into something, then you've already missed it. You've already failed. You've already tanked. And so once you get this, everything changes. Everything changes. You cannot have success without process, without purging, without sacrificing. You cannot have it. It is virtually impossible. There's a myriad of things that we have to sacrifice. And there are seasons of sacrifice. And there are sometimes where a series of months you have to sacrifice, or a series of days, or a set of hours where you have to sacrifice.
Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Taco Tuesday, February 27th. We've got 2 more days to go ahead and end this month off with an absolute bang. Keeping the growth, continuing, keeping the elevation on the way up. Cedric, it's good to see you, fam. Shane and Talina, good morning. I'm seeing the morning routines. I'm seeing the rituals. We got the early morning workouts already knocked out. I love to see it. Vibrating high, feeling good regardless of the circumstances, right? You're going to see from this story today that perspective is everything, right? We're able anytime to go ahead and shift our perspective to allow us to be able to see things from a different lens. So I'm excited. Today's topic, as you guys can see, is the story of a man getting stranded on an island. I think this is perfect for any of us to go ahead and take this story and be able to apply it at some way, shape, or form into our life. So this is going to be a good one. But as always, first and foremost, before we get started, what is everybody grateful for coming into the day? Let me know. Drop it down below. Let me get IG tapped in, and let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling. The man stranded on an island. Awesome. IG is tapped in. It's so good to see you, IG. Hope everybody is feeling good. You've had a great start to your morning, getting out in some nature. I got some grounding in, had a chance to go ahead and walk around, feel the sunshine. We got the journaling in, the reading. Great message for today, coming up on day 600 locked in. It's actually pretty wild to be able to see that we've got the brand new journal. We're getting it inked up. We're getting it nice and broken in. Day 588 days, getting close to the 600. Shane has already blown past it. I love to see you, brother. I'm so proud of you. Deanne in the building, blessed and highly favored. Love it, love it, love it. It's good to see you, fam. Awesome. A lot to be grateful for, regardless of what's happening. We're alive. We can move. We can take action. We can grow. We can learn. We can invest into ourselves. Love to see it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's get into it. You ready? Got a great story for today. This is called The Man Stranded on an Island. Johnny, let's go. So here we go. The man stranded on an island. Okay, here it is. There's a man that wanted to go out on a journey, right? He wanted to go out and go deep sea fishing. He wanted to go out and get an adventure, do something different than what he's normally used to doing. So what ends up happening is he gets in this boat. He gets out to the sea. He's out there. He's deep sea fishing. He's on his journey. He's working on finding himself. And there's a storm. Right, we all know those storms that get kind of scary, where you've got the lightning, you've got the thunder, and you can imagine some waves getting pretty serious. Well, what ends up happening, right? This individual, he ends up getting caught in the storm, and this storm drags him onto an island. He ends up getting shipwrecked onto an island. His ship is completely busted. Everything is scattered all over the beach with all his stuff that's washed up, and he's just thinking to himself, how can this happen to me? Could things get any worse? And lo and behold, not only does he end up getting stranded on the island, he's got no food, but it starts to pour and rain. He's freezing. It's cold. The rain is coming down. He's like, I got to build a shelter. I need somewhere that I can sleep for tonight. So he's miserable. He's tired. He's literally going through the different pieces of trees that he can find. He's finding some branches to overlay and create this little shelter just so he can sleep for the night. And he finally builds it. He gets it all set up, and he's in there, and he's just crying. He's bawling his eyes out. He's like, man, all of these things seem to keep going wrong in my life. It's like I can't get a break from anywhere. My ship got wrecked. I washed up on the beach. I lost a lot of my food and a lot of my supplies that got dragged out to the ocean. Barely have anywhere to sleep. It's freaking, I'm still getting drenched in here. So the next day comes and he wakes up. Friend, let's go. Love to see it. So the next day comes and he wakes up and he's like, I got to eat. I'm starving right now. So here's what ends up happening. He goes out to eat. He goes in the woods. He goes about 1.5 miles and he's searching for food and he finds nothing. He goes out for an hour, 2 hours. He's searching. He's laying these traps. He has no materials to even be able to catch anything. And he is as frustrated as can be. And he ends up just crying. And he starts walking back to his hut. And as he gets closer, he can see that his hut's smoking. And it turns out after all of these things are going on, guess what? Now you can probably take a guess. His hut's on fire. The one piece of shelter that he had, the one piece of safety that he felt on this island is getting burned. And he's literally just standing there in awe, watching it burst into flames. And he gets on his knees and he starts crying. And he looks up at God. He says, why me? Why is everything keep happening to me? Had the best service where I'm at, but work it tapping in. All right, my service is good. All right, good stuff. So what ends up happening was way out in the distance, he can see like this little tiny object. And as that object gets closer, the object is a boat. And it gets closer and it gets closer. And that boat actually finally comes onto shore. And it turns out to be a Coast Guard. And the Coast Guard, they get on there and they rush to him. And the first thing he asks is, how did you find me? How did you know where I was at? The Coast Guard says, well, because we saw the smoke. And he goes, huh. And this part of the story allows all of us to see, even for me, I had myself thinking about it. Drop a 5 down below if you guys have experienced some things in life, and at the time, it might not make sense. But as a day goes by, as a week goes by, as a month, as maybe months, maybe sometimes over a year, that situation finally ended up making sense. It might not make sense in the moment, but that's why Steve Jobs even has the quote. We can't connect the dots looking forward, but finish it off for me. But we can connect the dots looking backwards. It all makes sense. I was reading yesterday about Oprah Winfrey. Amazing, phenomenal story. If you guys knew how many times she failed, how many rejections that she had, how many times that she had to literally go ahead and it seems like start over from nothing and then get back up and do it again. Well, she said everything that I went through, every challenge that I fought through led me to the place that I am today. And it's so interesting because you can look at anybody who's great story. Nobody, show me one person that we can think of that had just a straight A to B success story. We all have the ups and downs of life. This is what makes life life. There would be no such thing as the law of polarity. We need the night for the day. We need the rain to go and appreciate the sunshine. So this is just another reminder, even for me, I needed this again, to just go ahead and remember that even if the day is not as great as it was yesterday, well, number one, things could always be worse, right? Sean has a phenomenal saying. He says, if things seem bad right now, imagine the worst case scenario in a third world country. And I'll give you guys my scenario to put things into perspective. Drop down below, who is one of the most important people inside of your life? Let me know. Is it your mother? Is it your children? Maybe some of you have a furry friend. I know Fran's got a dog. Who is some of your best friends in your life? Who is somebody that if you could have one call in your needing moments, who would that call be? Cedric said your dad, your girl. Shane says Talina. Trey Trench. Who would it be? Who would that person be for you? Right? For me, one of those people is absolutely, I have a couple people that come to mind, right? But one of them is my mother, right? Been through the ups and downs, right? To the moon and back. A lot has happened and transpired over the years. But if I had one call, that would definitely be one of my calls, right? So I want you to imagine this person has been missing for 7 days. You haven't been able to talk to them. You haven't been able to hear anything from them. You can't really get any answers. It got so bad, you had to put out a missing persons report, and you still haven't really heard anything. Where do your emotions go? How do you feel? How do you start moving throughout life? Are you still able to keep that confidence, that zeal, that enthusiasm when it seems like life is raining, when it seems like the worst of the worst things are happening right now? Well, that story happens to be me. My mother's been missing for 7 days. Today is day 8. It happened on Monday. I have to literally go ahead and get it off this call. I have to go call Texas and give a missing persons report again. So when I hear this story, this is what it brought me to. It may seem like the hut is burning. It may seem like everything is not working out in our favor, but I wonder if what seemed like a burden right now might be a blessing. What if that burning house is just smoke as a signal fire for the angels to come in, for the higher power to really go ahead and step in and do his job? This is what I've decided to believe. So this is why, even for me, getting closer to God, the Creator, during this time is so crucial. Because there's a lot of things in life that I've come to learn that we can't hustle our way out of. There's a lot of things that are, yes, we can control our mind. Yes, we can take action every day. But without the faith, without believing in something much bigger than us, it's easy to go ahead and get caught in the hamster wheel of life without a vision, without seeing light, without truly being passionate, waking up every day, knowing that we're doing something for bigger than just you and I. Drop a 2 down below if you know the work that we're doing every day, the steps that we're taking is bigger than just you and I, right? The impact that we have, this can impact our family. This can impact our close circle. This can impact countless candles all around the world. So every day we show up is important. Every day we give our love. Every day to go ahead and be a little bit of service, it means more than we could ever even fathom. Because the one thing I want to leave everybody with is the ripple effect, right? If we have a cup right here, or we have a huge lake behind me, if I go and I throw a rock in the middle of that canal, it's going to leave a ripple effect. And as time goes by, that ripple gets bigger and bigger. So imagine all of us being able to throw our stones of positivity, of growth, of love, of passion every day, leaving ripples for everybody else to go ahead and jump into this wave. That's why they say rising tides raise all ships. So that's the goal, fam. So if nobody told you today, I'm proud of you. I see the growth. I see the elevation. I see the transformations. And sometimes it's hard to see it from the inside looking out, but from the outside looking in, I can see it, fam. I'm proud of you. And I know we're just getting started. Some of you are coming to the end of your day 7, your Hard 75 challenge. It's incredible to see. I'm talking about getting shredded, not just in the body, but shredding off the fat in our mind, shredding off the thoughts that we don't need, shredding off the self-confidence that's not there, and allowing ourselves to step into that love, into the greatness. And the last thing I want to leave everybody with today is right here, the 3-day trial. So for any of you guys that have anybody that you know, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your social media, that's looking for another stream, that wants to take advantage of crypto, family, we're almost at a Bitcoin high right now. Bitcoin is almost at the high. And isn't it crazy how nobody is talking about it? Nobody's talking about it. I'm looking at the news. I'm seeing things online. So many have no idea what is happening right here, right now. Ethereum is almost at 35,000. 3,500. Yes, exactly. 3,500. So it's an incredible time right now. So we have a 3-day trial coming for the next 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's going down tonight at 9 p.m. All the flyers are blasted in the chat. So don't be afraid to share this flyer on your story, but don't just share it on your story. Speak about it. Family, drop a 5 down below. If you guys have heard somebody recently who's either talked about crypto, who's been wanting to learn, you've heard it somewhere in your circle outside of this company, I can tell you right now, this is worldwide. People are looking for the access that we have right here in our pocket. So tonight is not just going to be a solution call. Tonight is going to be a masterclass for all of us to get this information again, to be able to share it, but most importantly, spread the power of the knowledge that we have access to, so we can truly impact the masses. Because here, this is people over profits. We help enough others get what they want, we will be able to get in return everything that we desire. So fam, I'm excited. Day one is going down tonight. We have phenomenal educators throwing down. I will see you guys tonight at 9 p.m. for our phenomenal crypto call going down. So if you need anything, don't feel afraid to reach out, and I will see you guys at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything. We can hold our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Let's go, fam. It's game time. See you tonight.